The 26th day of September, we're out to the Vaal Classic Racecourse. 8 races on the card: Bipod Race 1, PA Race 2, Pick 6 Race 3, Jackpot 1 Race 4, and Jackpot 2 Race number 5. Nice competitive card. And who better could I have than Daryl Marie sitting on my right? That'll be your left. He'll be helping us with a card here this afternoon. The first race is Betway Welcomes You, Work Riders Maiden Plate, over the 1,000 meters. You can put blinkers on number 2. And Tom Lukele now rides number 7, Cyber Spirit. So, betting has number 5, Basingstoke 19 to 10. Second favourite, Bellissima, number 6 at 2 to 1. It's 28 to 10 about number 3, Cars Big as Bars. This horse on debut, the daughter of Pathwalk, notably a 4-year-old. 8 to 1, number 1, Hukai Mamesi. We're going to test Daryl's Afrikaans in a second. And number 7, Cyber Spirit at 8 to 1. 14 to 1 and better bar those. Daryl, so as far as the riding arrangements are concerned, it looks like 5 from 6 for the Tony Peter stable. Welcome, by the way. Nice working with you.
And thanks for stepping in, Lyle. Much appreciated. Yeah, just looking at the jockey arrangement, it does look like number 5's the leading light of the Tony Peter runners. Penicilli, I mean, he's last eight runners, 6 winners. At Tuesday at the Vaal, he did cover a bit more ground than the rest of them. He went from the inside to the outside, or to the middle, back to the inside. But nevertheless, I mean, she does have a lot of scope for improvement. She does hold Bellissima. But in the penultimate start behind Perini Palace, Bellissima beats Basingstoke. I like the look of number 1 of here, Hokai Mamesi. And maybe that's just what Tsepiso is going to be saying when they cross the line, when she wins going away. Yeah. Stop, my lady. Or
there we
whatever.
go. Chill, chill, is it? Yeah.
I think she does represent value at around about 8 to 1. What I like is she's coming right back in trip and a set of blinkers go on. She's drawn towards the right side of the track, and if you go back in her form line, she doesn't, well, there isn't much separating herself in Bellissima, and maybe the blinkers do the trick. So, yes, let's try treble up in the opening leg, 1, 5 and 6. All
right, so let's have a look at this bipod that Daryl structured for us. I'm just thinking, Basingstoke, your first selection, or tie first selection. Penicilli Mkwawa, I think he's family with the Tony Peter and Paul Peter stable, so I think he'll be quite grumpy if Tony's put him on the wrong one. So it might just be the right one, but the value could be with Hokai Mamesi, 1, 5 and 6 leg 1, 1, 5, 6 leg 2, 5, 7, 8, 11 and 12 in the third, 6 and 7 in race 4, 2, 6 and 9 in race 5, and the final leg there, 5 and 7. The first race due for 12.25, 8 races on the Vaal Classic, and please note that Tamanga Commando will not be riding. Race number 2, the first leg of the place accumulator out of the Vaal Classic this afternoon, 1,000 meters. That, of course, on the Vaal Classic course is a straight 1,000 meters. And the only change here at this stage, you can take the blinkers off number 6, Potberry. Your betting currently, number 5, Quagga Blitz, is a 2 to 1. 5 to 2 about number 6, Potberry, for the informed St. John Gray stable. The 1, Pacific, St. John and Muzieni teaming up, it's 7 to 2. 7 to 1 about number 9, Latona, for Clinton Binder, and then it's 12 to 1 and better bar those. So 1,000 meters, first leg of the PA. How many do we need, Daryl?
My perm's actually quite costly, so I've removed number 1, Pacific. You saw in my bipod I had 3 runners, 1, 5 and 6. Yes. Here I've just gone 5 and 6. Now, at first glance, you're going to say Pacific's the right one over Potberry because of the jockey arrangements.
Correct.
I mean, Mersey is riding more for St. John than Gavin is. But interesting, both of the St. John runners have been gelded since their last starts.
Yeah.
If you go back, now this is between Quagga Blitz and Potberry. Now, firstly, both Clinton Binder and St. John are in good form.
Yes.
Striker's taken every opportunity given to him by the Hollywood Syndicate. I've got a comment from their website. The stable are very happy with him. His work is good. He's expected to run a good race and he should be competitive.
There we go.
Now that form line's looking good with Karate Kid having franked that form.
Yes.
But strictly on their last account, Quagga Blitz does hold Potberry. Potberry has been gelded, and
exactly.
Potberry, the blinkers come off. So I think Potberry's got a chance of reversing the form. He's drawn more towards the outside.
With the better draw?
Yeah. So I'm going 6 from 5, respect for the 1.
Okay. 6, 5 and 1 make some good points there. Gelding can make all the difference. So as far as that PA is concerned, let's have a look at that. 5 and 6, by 5 and 12, by 6 and 7, by 2, 6, 9, 5 and 7, 1 and 4, 1, 3, 4, 5 and 9. 480 Rand to spend, and you know when Daryl's putting a 480 Rand PA, you know that the card is generally quite a tricky card. So PA, race 2, 1300 hours. First leg of our pick six this afternoon is the Betway Middle Stakes. They're racing over 2,000 meters. Just looking for card changes at this stage. Please do check. Obviously, we'll need a replacement for Samanga on number 8, Claw, who is in the betting, so that will be important. Now, the betting here, number 7, Toonie Player, 4.5, 9 to 2, 5 to 1, number 5, Tamarisk Tree. Also at 5s, number 9, Total Surrender. Claw, jockeyless at this moment, is at 11 to 2, 13 to 2, number 6, Battleground, 17 to 2, about number 11, Royal Edition. It doesn't stop there. It is quite a trappy little race, this one here this afternoon. And I think Daryl certainly will have to help us. I'm just looking at the middle stakes. I'm just playing race number 3.
Yes, the jockey change has just come through. Cabello Matsignon is now on Claw. Very tricky race. I decided not to tip a pick 6 because it was too costly.
Yeah.
So I focused on an exacta box in this race. Let's touch on the 5 horses that I've decided to box. Tamarisk Tree, now strictly on paper, Royal Edition should be able to reverse the form with him. But I think there's quite a bit of pace in this race, and Tamarisk Tree's like a hold-up type of horse. Robbie Sage sending out a few runners, but they're doing well.
Yeah. And the fact that Gavin's riding, always a good sign.
So I think, despite him being out at the weight, I wouldn't read too much into that. It doesn't concern me whatsoever. I think he'll be thereabouts. The next one is number 7, Toonie Player. I mean, since being fitted with blinkers, he's hardly put a foot wrong.
Yep.
He's on the upgrade. Last time out, he rallied late. It got a little bit tight for him, but he was going away at the end. Claw challenged his stable companion a long way from home and never let down. I think there's been a few runners from there, none of them to win, but they've finished fairly close up. So I like his chances. I did pick up a penalty for running second because they were clear of the balance of the field last time out. Then the bottom weights, Royal Edition, I touched on the fact that he should be able to reverse it with Tamarisk. He's got 52, drawn 2. He should be there for nothing up on the pace, and he can keep rolling. And then the value in the race, undoubtedly, is number 12, Banner Bridge. Have a look at the son of Flower Alley's form at the classic track.
Yeah.
He does extremely well over here. Now, he's got 52 to shoulder from a neat draw. He's having his peak run, right? And go to the best weighted column.
He's
joint best weighted.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they could have priced him up 25 to 1. I think he's the value in the race. So yeah, hopefully we can get the exacta right.
He'll probably have to drop his walking stick before he loads. But I can tell you, Alistair Cohen will be very happy to hear you tipping number 12, Banner Bridge. Here is Daryl's exacta, 5, 7, 8, 11 and 12. He's found some good value there with those 2 bottom weights. Certainly if that exacta comes, should pay nicely. Race number 4 at the Vaal Classic this afternoon gets underway over 1,800 meters. Will form the first leg of our jackpot 1, and the time to jot down there 14:10. Blinkers off, number 1, Little Mary Sunshine, as well as number 5, Darling Harbour. Take that blinkers off both of those 2. You're betting quite open again. Number 2, Apache Fighter, 33 to 10. The 7, Olivia's Waves at 33 to 10. Then 7 to 2, number 3, Ariel's Jet. 6, Mighty Goddess, 5 to 1. 6 is about number 5, Darling Harbour. After that, 8 to 1 about number 4, Alphabetti. And then 10 to 1 and better bar those. So again, only 8 runners here, but maybe your 4th or 5th favourite's only 6 to 1, Daryl. Not the easiest start to the jackpot.
Yeah, I want to get your opinion because you're familiar with the trainers and the jockeys on the Highveld. I mean, Gavin's been doing a lot of riding for Erico recently. He's been riding Ariel's Jet in a recent start, and he's opted to ride Apache Fighter. Do you think that was his choice?
That is a very good point, and I'd say yes.
Yeah.
I would say it is his point. It is his guess. So here's Apache Fighter he's never ridden before. Maybe you like those last 2 runs at the Vaal Classic.
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of riding for Roy as well, but I'm sure this was his choice over Ariel's Jet. Now let's touch on, I've only got 2 runners here, and I would have loved to put the field because I can make a case for each and every one of these. But the improver in the race has to be the 3-year-old Olivia's Way. She loved being stepped up in trip last time out. Firstly, Gavin can't do 53.
Correct.
So it's not
Sorry
as
to
if...
stop you. I was just thinking maybe he signed himself for this horse and then it came out at 53 and Ariel's was already taken by Raymond. Just a thought, perhaps.
Could.
Yeah, could be.
But you can see in that race, she beat Linger No More, who came out and won by 4 lengths in her next start. And just behind her was Ariel's Jet. And they meet on the same weight terms, and she's got more scope for improvement than what Ariel's Jet has. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards number 7, Olivia's Way. Then Mighty Goddess. I thought she ran a cracker returning from a rest in her penultimate start. She actually loomed up a winner against Ariel's Jet, and then Ariel's Jet just got the upper hand in the later stages. In her later start, a flat second run after a rest. I'm hoping that was the case, because she never tends to run a bad race, and that was one of the few that that she did. But then again, she did have excuses.
White Chong's horses are about to start winning a lot.
100%.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Now the stable's turned, and she's having a peak run, and I give her a chance over here. But if you're not willing to take a chance in the opening leg like I am, you can go field. But I've just put my top 2 picks in the race.
All right, there we go. We need some decisions. First leg of the jackpot for Daryl, 6 and 7, by 2, 3, 6, 8 and 9, by 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, by 1, 4, 6 and 8. You've got to take a stance somewhere, and in jackpot 1, Daryl's taking a stance right here. Race number 5 this afternoon, fillies and mares 70 handicap, 1800 meters, and this being the first leg of our jackpot 2 this afternoon. Pierre Stratum, rise number 2, Far Reaching, your current favorite. The betting is as follows: Far Reaching 5 to 2, 7 to 2 about number 3, One Religion, 11 to 2 number 4, Silver Parasol, 6 to 1 number 6, Love Tap, 7's about number 8, Hats Queen, and the 9, Free in Seattle, 7 to 1, 13 to 1, and better bar those. So we're going to bring Daryl in here. First leg of the jackpot 2. What I can say is I was on course with number 2, Far Reaching, last time, and chatting to Lawrence before the race, he said, well, she'll probably win, but she's not a superstar. She trounced the field. So was the field that bad, or is she better than they think?
Well, let's just say that there have been 5 runners from that form line, and 4 of them have run unplaced in their next start.
So there we go.
But you know, that was the first time she actually stepped up in trip a bit.
That's right.
But in all the track talk interviews, Jan has always said this filly's limited.
Yes, that's right.
Now, her sire won over 10 furlongs, 2,000 meters, and her dam by Dynasty won over a mile. So maybe this is what she's looking for. She steps up a further 200 meters. Would I be shocked to see her win again? Absolutely not.
No.
Would I be shocked to see her run unplaced? Not. So let's see how she goes. The jury's out.
This is a real test tomorrow, today. We'll see what happens.
I think she needs to raise her game to be competitive here. I like the look of Love Tap. Now, you know, later start she came out a bit sluggishly, but she picked it up beautifully in open company against the boys. The way she finished that race suggested to me that she's going to love the step up in trip, and I went and had a look at her breeding. Her dam won over 1,800. So I think she's capable of following up on that victory. Sneak Preview came out and won a very competitive handicap. And then Guy Alexander ran second in his next start. So I think Love Tap should be thereabouts. And then number 9, Free in Seattle. I mean, she's in cracking form. She's got the draw. Last time out, she was soundly beaten by Anne with an E. But if you watch that race, she had no cover on the outside. She made her move early. So maybe things pan out well for her over here. She's got the fitness on her side.
She's got the stable.
I think at 7 to 1, there's no doubt that she's actually the value in the race. You're going to get a run for your money from, from Free in Seattle.
And of course, the only reason Muzi's not riding is because he rode for Eric last time, and he's probably just retaining the ride for that reason. But you make a good point there. Number 9 must be a big runner.
And let's see how Hats Queen goes. I don't know if she needs one more, but I think she's a filly that could go on with things. She's likely raced. I mean, she's only having a 5th start.
Yeah, so tricky race, I think.
Yeah.
We want to see number 2 run so well because they were so impressive. I was on course there, it was absolutely mind-blowing. But we're not sure about the company she beat. So Daryl's going quite wide, 2, 3, 6, 8 and 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, by 1, 4, 6, 8, by 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9, and that is 500 Rand, and that always tells you it's a tricky little card. If you can find a banker, go for it. Race number 6 over 1800 meters is a merit rated 74 handicap, 15:20 the off time. 2 changes to make to your card. Cornell Collar on number 6, Future Wolf, and Craig Zaki deputizes for Samanga Kamano on number 7, High Q, that recent maiden winner. Betting fairly open yet again. Number 2, American Rebel, 3-1. 7-2, both of number 3, Safe Space, Chase Majan, Tony Peter. The 5, Japanese Maple. Gavin takes the ride for Wai Chong Mawing here. And this horse was disappointing last time. I know he was expecting more. Also at 7-2. 6-1, number 4, Tambi. The 8, Party Punch, 6-1. 13-2, High Q. And then the only other one in single figures is number 6, Future Wolf, at 9-1. Daryl, we've chatted about this race. I'm glad it's you right in this moment having to make the decision.
Yeah, got in as many as 5 runners in the opening leg of the pick 3. Very difficult race. Now on paper, not much separating Safe Space and Japanese Maple in the last start. I expected more too from Japanese Maple. Came out sluggishly at the back of the field. He was actually closing in on Safe Space, who moved up. Yeah, I think I'll give them both a chance. It is a handicap. Maybe Japanese Maple in a smaller field will just be a little bit closer to the pace this time around. Thumby, yeah, I mean, the blinkers come off, the tongue tie goes on. Wouldn't be shocked to see him feature. We know he's got ability, this horse.
He does.
Because when he does put it in, he's capable. Number 2, American Rebel, I've just thrown him in because of the fact that Wai Chong's stable's doing fairly well currently. I'm leaning towards the recent maiden winner in High Q. Now, their comment on their website says it's not going to be an easy task for him in his first run in a handicap, but they are hoping to see him finish in the placings. Now, I'll tell you why. In his penultimate start behind Master TikTok, I thought he was very unfortunate. He was in a pocket. Master TikTok got first run on him, and he was closing in smartly. Now, Master TikTok has had 2 runs post-maiden in handicaps, a 4th, and he ran 2nd on Tuesday. So, I think the penny's finally dropped for High Q.
Loves the trip.
Since he's been stepped up in trip. And another thing, you know Clinton Binder's last 7 runners, he's had 4 winners and a 2nd.
There we go.
He's on fire.
It's nice to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
So my first choice is number 7, High Q, but very tricky race.
Yeah, tricky. You know, when you're tipping a recent maiden winner, then the race is tricky. So there we go. So yeah, he's taking quite a few there. This is the pick 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Daryl does believe the winner will come from those 5. From 1, 4, 6, and 8, and then 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9. And these pick 3s can pay. So 100 Rand to spend there, you could make a lot more. Race 7, nice strong race here. Fillies and Mares 95 divided handicap over 1,000 meters. The 2, Chasing Happiness, is a scratching, so 8 of them will be on their way down to the start come the off time at 15:55 this afternoon. Betting has number 6, Just the Two of Us, for the Aussie team, with one of the young apprentices aboard, Varun Jodi. Thanks to Daryl for that. Varun, he's on number 6, Just the Two of Us. Number 4, Green Flash, is at 3-1 for Mr. Warren. 9-2, the 3, Virginia Beach. It's 5-1, number 1, I Star, with that top weight, but does get Trent aboard. And then it's 13-2, the Navy Lark, and 7-1, Godspeed. Again, a few with chances. I see weights and top weights and apprentices here. Makes it a bit tricky as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, another race that I would have loved to go fielding. Now, the favourite, Just the Two of Us, obviously with the apprentice claim, she's only got 49 kilos to shoulder, but she did pick up a hefty penalty when winning last time out. She got the maximum £8 penalty. So, yeah, I can see her winning, but she needs to raise her game. In saying that, she's a likely race 4-year-old, so there's no reason why she shouldn't build on that effort, and she should strip fitter. But I think she's taking on some nice fillies over here. Green Flash won extremely well last time out, because I thought going through the 600 she might be in a bit of trouble. War Queen moved across her, and she just had to ease for a stride or 2, but she quickened beautifully thereafter. Another one, £6 penalty. I can see her winning. I mean, she goes well over this course in distance, and Gavin knows her well now. So he's actually only sat to know twice.
Yes.
And he's won on both
Yeah,
occasions.
I know we talk about it all the time, but I'm not going to say Gavin's underrated. That's a stupid statement. But Gavin, it really is top class, and he has been for a very long time.
And when he knows horses, I mean, he gets the best out of them.
Yep.
Now, Virginia Beach shouldn't really be able to reverse that form. She's only 2 kilograms better off for a 4-length beating. But there's no doubt the class package in the race is number 1, iStar.
Yeah, thought so.
She's really run against so much stronger. I mean, Mrs. Browning, Golden Sickle, Troppo Veloce, Time for Orchids. I mean, she's the class in the race, and she needed her last start. It was around the bend of the 1200. She's going to strip fitter, back up the straight. The 2.5 kgs off her back. She's drawn towards the outside. Yes, she's got a big weight to shoulder, and she hasn't won in quite some time, but she's earned that rating, and she's got natural pace, so let's hope she deserves another victory. She's ultra consistent.
And Trent's gaining more confidence with every run.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So there we go. And he rode her last time when she ran behind Time for Orchid. So iStar, that is the class horse, but as Daryl says, there is weights. In fact, what was it? 60. It'll be 61. That is 12 kilograms. iStar has to give just the 2 of us, so it's a lot of weight. So for that reason, the double for Daryl, 1, 4, 6, and 8, by 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9. The spend there just 20 rand. The final race on the card this afternoon is over 1,000 meters. It is a fillies and mares 76 divided handicap. Take out number 6, Oriental Bouquet, and Caden Brewer will be riding number 9, Smashing. So 8 runners for the final race at 16:30. 7-2, number 5 in the ether for Grant Maroon. The informed Clinton Binder stable has number 9, Smashing, at the same price, 7-2. 4-1 for Mixed Bomb. 9-2, number 7, 17 again. And then it's 11-2, 3 Inventrix. 7-1 and better bar those. So Daryl, I know there's a few form updates, and I think that comes into play here.
Yes. Now, Mika's Bomb and Inventrix finished alongside each other. The one is 4-1, the other one's 11-2. Inventrix looks to be drawn on the right side of the track, so I've suggested a win bet on her, but on paper there shouldn't be much separating the two of them. But I like the fact that Inventrix is on the outside. She's drawn alongside Gaelic Dancer, who's got a lot of natural pace, so maybe she does get a perfect toe through in the race. In saying that, it is a fillies and mares handicap, and we have to respect all the runners over here. If you go back in form, now Glowari beat Mika's Bomb, but she's 2.5 kilograms worse off, right?
Yes.
Then you go back to the run behind Jasiri. You'll see that Inventrix is 8.5 kilograms better off. 8.5 kilograms.
There we go.
So, yeah, it's a tricky race in Ventrix. Let's hope she can get it right. I'm really not confident in this, in suggesting this bet, but you know what? Maybe we can end off on a high. The comment from the Hollywood Syndicate is we are expecting a good run, and she has a first 3 chance. That is number 9, Smashing.
Well, that's good confidence with Caden Brewer aboard now. Yeah, there was a good run last time, and as you've said, they're in form. And yeah, fillies and mares, 11-2 might be a good price about number 3. Let's see your betcha for the final race this afternoon. Raymond Danielson riding for Fani Bronkhorst on the 3 in Ventrix. And there it is. And it's a straight win. Daryl doesn't mess around. I would suggest like an each way, but Daryl says no. A win, number 3 in Ventrix. Put your 100 rand on and you'll get a run from the daughter of what? A Winter.